The state of Blox Fruits in 2024 is definitely not looking good, but let's be honest, a lot of us miss OG Blox Fruits. Back then, when the game wasn't so pay to win and you didn't have to buy a lot of things with Robux, the old movesets, the old fruits, when the game actually used to look like One Piece, and everything was honestly so great, until One Piece tried to take down Blox Fruits. And the day this happened is when Blox Fruits changed forever.
Blox Fruits most likely had to give away money to One Piece.
Blox Piece was named after One Piece, which obviously that is what the game was originated from and inspired from, but after One Piece tried to take down Blox Fruits had to change their name from Blox Piece to Blox Fruits. Now once they revamped a lot of the things, the game kind of started dying out and it didn't really look good for the developers. Now they had to be consistent with updates, and so they kind of disappeared, just like how they disappeared for the past 7 months while not giving us the Dragon Rework update, and then randomly out of nowhere giving us news. And when they did this is when Blox Fruits came back to life.
Every single time.
But after a few updates, the game started becoming so pay to win. Back then, you could just buy a lot of these fruits with actual Blox Fruits cash, and that was honestly such a great time. Today, when I go to the menus tab and I click shop, everything is for Robux. A lot of the things here, we obviously have game passes, which will obviously always be worth Robux, but back then, these fruits were not worth thousands of Robux. And a lot of these fruits are literally pay to win.
By the next update, a lot of these fruits' prices are gonna go up. So if you subscribe right now and we hit 1,000 likes, I'm gonna do a mega giveaway giving some fruits out before Blox Fruits increases the prices by 50%.
Now I'm on a brand new Blox Fruits account, which is very low on level. I bought the Buddha fruit for, I don't even know, like 3,000 Robux or something. Now this is me without the Buddha fruit. Of course, my fighting style, everything is weak, but as soon as I equip the Buddha fruit, it is a instant pay to win. This is what the issue of Blox Fruits in 2024 is, and this is why so many people miss OG Blox Fruits.
Like, this Buddha fruit should be worth Blox Fruits money, not actual Robux. Like, this is literally $50 in real life. And this is just one of the biggest reasons why people miss OG Blox Fruits, including me.
Not only because it used to look more like One Piece and had way better movesets, it had way better fruits back then, but because it just was not so pay to win. And this is why Blox Fruits is the most top earning game on Roblox, because of how many things are literally so pay to win. When the Dragon Rework fruit comes out and is released, the amount it's gonna cost is gonna be insane, and I think people that own the Dragon Rework already are gonna have to pay for the rework, which is gonna be crazy, and it'll probably cost 5,000 Robux or even more. And this is how Blox Fruits makes a lot of money, through selling these fruits that are extremely well made with cool effects, sets, and everything about it is amazing. And this Dragon Rework will honestly probably be way better than the Buddha fruit and every other fruit we've ever received in the game and ever got released. Just based on that, it'll probably cost 5,000 or 10,000 Robux even. And that's what they do with mostly a lot of the future fruits that come out on Blox Fruits. Every fruit they work on is obviously up to its top best performance. When they do that, the price of it is insane, which is how Blox Fruits becomes so insanely pay to win. A brand new player can just come in and instantly take out every new player inside of Blox Fruits with the Robux they paid for some ridiculous fruit, and that is why Blox Fruits becomes the most hated game on Roblox, because so many new players have such a disadvantage and have literally no way of leveling up that quickly, because they don't actually know how to level up quickly.
They don't know any of the methods that OG Blox Fruit players know to get maxed out.
And then the new players end up hating on Blox Fruits, and this is why Blox Fruits is the most hated game on Roblox at the moment. And let's be honest, back then leveling up was much easier, at least for new level players. When new players came in the game, everything wasn't complicated for them and everything was just so much simpler for them. Now the leveling system is so ridiculous in the game and it's very hard for them.
And when Blox Fruit updates, they don't get to enjoy it.
A lot of YouTubers don't even get into Blox Fruits because of how ridiculous the pay to win concept is in this game, and just how difficult it is to get into Blox Fruits.
Now, I'm not hating on Blox Fruits. I actually love the game. I really want to see the game thrive, but in a way that the developers actually care about us and all of their player base, because right now they hardly care about us if they went 7 months without updating.
But let's be honest, that's not all we miss from OG Blox Fruits. You know what we really miss? The communication. Back then, the developers were so into their community. They cared so much about us. They gave us updates a lot, even mini updates. They gave us mostly everything we wanted. They listened to their community actually quite a lot. And honestly, Blox Fruits back then was not the most hated game on Roblox just because of the fact that they were so good with communication. And now the people that even enjoy Blox Fruits in 2024 turned against the developers because of how much they lack communication skills. Blox Fruits admins always communicate with us and they provide us with something to look forward two, but honestly, they should not be even like talking to us because it just makes us think that the update is close when it's not.
And this just gets everyone's hopes up, and it was just never like this before.
I mean, this was 2 months ago when this developer said that the update is soon.
The next update is going to be coming very shortly. That's the only answer I can give. I'm sorry that you all have to be waiting for this update, but things just happen and get in the way between the developers, which kind of causes for these long delays. But this next update and the one shortly after will be huge. They're going to be huge. They're going to be ginormous. Everything's going to be changing in this game.
And well, after 2 months, we finally got some info, but that was 2 months ago, and he was acting like this was a very close update, that it was coming in literally a week.
Of course, it's not the admin's fault. We all want answers, and they tried to give it to us.
And of course, we got this comment from an admin that commented in my recent video, and this was actually about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, so I guess this admin was much more truthful, and it kind of sucks that the admins are way more communicational, if that makes any sense, with their community, because they talk to us way more than the developers, which is actually very bad on them. Back then, when the Blox Fruits community just cared for us and not just money, was just amazing. They didn't really care to make so much money off Blox Fruits, they just cared about making such a good game for their community and being able to make something that everyone enjoys. Back then, the game was easy to get into, nothing was pay to win, and the Blox Fruits developers did not even want the game to be pay to win back then. But ever since One Piece hit up Blox Fruits saying they gotta change their name from Blox Piece to Blox Fruits, and they had to change a lot of the things in the game, everything changed ever since. They started caring more about money, maybe because One Piece actually took money from Blox Fruits. That actually could be a possibility, that One Piece took a lot of the revenue from Blox Fruits due to when it was called Blox Piece. So maybe ever since then they started trying to make the money back, and they honestly probably already made the money back from back then. So I don't know why they're still trying to become a pay-to-win game. Maybe because Roblox promotes them more. Whatever the case may be, it's starting to genuinely look like Blox Fruits is now just for a cash grab. I mean, they haven't updated in 7 months, so probably they're sitting there like, how long can we go without updating this game and still make a lot of money? Because they still make the same amount of money without updating, which is crazy. And so they probably feel like they don't even need to update as much as they used to in OG Blox Fruits.
And usually when a game gets close to being strike like that, Blox Fruits probably had to forcefully pay One Piece a fee, and they probably had to again recently since they're reworking a lot of the game.
If they simply just communicate with us more, we would not even care about OG Blox Fruits. But so many things from back then just went completely missing, and especially the devs, when they actually used to care for us, not just for money, but wanted to genuinely make a game that we can all look forward to playing every day on Roblox. But that, honestly, is something they kind of don't care about anymore.
What is one thing you miss about OG Blox Fruits? Or do you miss OG Blox Fruits at all?
But this upcoming update is honestly looking very good. Because of One Piece, they're having to redo a lot of the things in Blox Fruits, and this gun rework is honestly looking amazing, as well as some of the maps. But what is the point of a lot of this when a lot of the new players in Blox Fruits are not going to be able to even experience this, including my new account, at all? They have to start including all of their Blox Fruits players so that everyone feels included.